Top 10 Fascinating Facts about Peru. Peru is a delightful and a fascinating country with a rich culture and history. Let's have a look at some more fascinating facts. Peru's history dates back 6,000 years. Normally, individuals consider North Africa the area of developments going back 6,000 years, however the South American mainland has been home to humankind for 14,500 plus years. There is proof of progress in what is currently the Republic of Peru going back to the 4th centuries BC. Human residence is clear around the 8,000 years BC, and between the 4th and 3rd centuries BC, the Norte Chico development rose in North Focal Peru. The primary city was established around 3,500 at Oreacanga. The home of enormous scope settlements of mutual development went on until around 1800 BC, when the settlements were surrendered. The Norte Chico development is the most seasoned known human progress in the Americas. While the human progress declined, the number of inhabitants in individuals didn't. Over the long run, it formed into the Inca Empire, the biggest realm in pre-Columbian America. The Inca realm was at last vanquished by the Spanish in 1572 AD, which served to incorporate Spanish culture into the way of life individuals who lived there. The Peruvians who dwell in the country today broaden perhaps the longest history of development of any country, as they can follow their legacy to 6,000 years past. Peru has 3 official languages. Most nations work on a solitary authority languages. The United States actually has none except for some work with 2. Canada capacities under both English and French, and that is not very exceptional. In any case, for the Republic of Peru, there are 3 official languages. Spanish is the predominant language in the country, and it's joined by Quechua and Aymara as the 3 official languages of Peru. About 80% of the population communicates in Spanish, while Quechua is spoken by indigenous networks essentially living in the Peruvian Andes. It is the most broadly communicated in pre-Columbian language in the Americas in the range of 8 to 10 million speakers. The third language, Aymara, is spoken by more than 1 million Aymara individuals, who are found along the regions of Peru, Bolivia, and Chile. While those 3 languages are perceived authoritatively by the public authority, an extra 13 ethno-linguistic gatherings dialects are spoken moderately broadly in Peru. These incorporate Aguaruna, Ashaninka, and Shipibo, which are totally spoken by under 1% of the population. A large portion of the individuals who talk one of the indigenous languages likewise communicate in Spanish. Peru is the home to the alpaca. There's an explanation. Peru and alpaca are normally connected with each other. The country has 75% of the world's alpaca population. Alpacas are broadly searched after for their wonderful fleece, and they've assumed a critical part in the locale's way of life and economy for centuries. The Incan culture loved alpaca and utilized the creatures for various purposes. Alpaca meat was generally devoured among the Inca public, and their fleece was normally used to make yarn and textures. Their bones, leather, fat, and fecal matter were utilized for everything from instruments and footwear to medicines and fertilizer. For strict purposes, alpaca were regularly relinquished to pacify the divine beings, so their place in Incan culture was broad and critical. The main part of the alpaca was, and still is, its fleece, which could be woven into different materials of strict and social worth. Giving somebody an endowment of fabric was profoundly respected and characteristic of economic well-being. In present-day times, the alpaca keeps on ruling the Peruvian scene. The 2 kinds of alpaca, the huacaya and suri, are found all through the country. While alpaca have spread external the borders of Peru, at present most can be found in South American nation. Popular roasted guinea pig dish in Peru. On the off chance if notice a guinea pig to somebody outside of Peru, chances are they will think about the adorable and textured little critters regular in pet stores. When assume it to somebody in Peru, and request cuy, one of Peru's most acclaimed delights. Indeed, those adorable and cuddly critters many grew up thinking about the menu in Peru. The dish has been served on uncommon events since the Inca human progress existed in the territory. Cuy is regularly singed or broiled to be served close by potatoes and salsa. It has been portrayed as having a taste like chicken, yet with a more profound, fattier flavor. It's low in fat and high in protein, which is one reason it's been a piece of Peruvian cooking for quite a long time. Two of the most famous dishes including the rodents are choctadú and cuy al palo. The dish is famous in Peru, however can be found in other Andean countries, including Ecuador and Bolivia. Guinea pigs are reproduced explicitly for food and are eaten after they are a couple of months old. The head is served, and just the digestive organs are eliminated. The majority of the creature is palatable, and as per a few foodies, it is delightful. Thank Peru for the potato. The first individuals on the planet to develop the potato were the Native Americans who involved what is currently Peru as far back as 10,000 years ago. For many years, South American indigenous individuals utilized the potato as a staple food crop, however it remained totally obscure to the remainder of the world until the 16th century. When the Spanish came to Peru in the 16th century success that saw the obliteration of the Inca domain, the potato discovered its approach to Europe. European farmers had the option to enhance the harvest through particular rearing, which has since brought about the making of around 5,000 distinct sorts of potatoes. Before the Europeans, the indigenous individuals of Peru, Bolivia, and Chile knew the significance of potato. They fused it into their favorite dishes. In the present, potato is the fourth biggest food crop after corn, wheat, and rice. In Peru, the potato keeps on ruling a large number of the country's top culinary dishes. Some of them are tocache, a matured potato arranged for many occasions, and also papa a la huancana, a real plate of mixed greens dish including a hot, velvety, and rich cheddar sauce sprinkled over bubbled potatoes. The geography of Peru is incredibly diverse. Peru is found along in the western shoreline of South America, and it includes probably the most assorted geology on the planet. Cotahuasi Canyon is the deepest canyon on the planet found in Peru. Its depth is 11,560 feet, 3,535 in meters, making it twice as profound as the Grand Canyon. Another delightful element found in Peru is the world's most noteworthy sand hill. Cerro Blanco is situated in the Sechura Desert, where it stands 3,860 feet, 1,176 meters, from its base to its culmination. It's a typical sight to see sandboarders make the debilitating climb up to the top prior to cruising down. Also most striking is the Rainbow Mountain found in the Cusco region. Peru includes a stretch of the Andean mountain ranges, which act to shield the remainder of the country's atmosphere, offering broad rainfall and monsoonal periods consistently. The nation likewise includes 1,500 miles, 2,414 in kilometers, of coastline, consisting of an assorted atmosphere. The central and southern coastline is fundamentally a subtropical desert. The northern coast includes a tropical dry atmosphere, which can turn out to be warm that's unbearable throughout the summer months. A significant part of the nation is intensely forested, leaving huge groups of the population in urbanized zones that make up under 10% of the country's territory. Peru is the birthplace of surfing. Surfing is broadly connected with a few coastal regions around the world, including Hawaii, California, Australia, and many. However, it didn't begin from there. Archaeological proof recommends that the individuals of pre-Columbian Peru were surfing on reed watercraft as far back as 5,000 years prior. Obviously, it was altogether different from the training basic today. The indigenous individuals of Peru invested the majority of their energy utilizing their watercraft for fishing. In any case, it is accepted that they additionally utilized them for amusement. In Peru, the Moche culture is known to have utilized the Caballito de Todora, Little Pony of Todora, around 200 AD. By the 16th century, Inca surfing practices were portrayed by Jesuit teacher José de Acosta. Polynesian societies are accepted to have made the custom of remaining on a board or raft while getting waves, which they probably developed independently of Peru. Peru has a national drink. Head to any cafe in Peru, and will undoubtedly find a bottle of Inca Cola, and also called the Golden Cola, around the world. The beverage was first made in Peru in 1935 by a British settler named Joseph Robinson Lindley. It has proceeded to get one of the most famous drinks in the country. Inca Cola can be found in some other South American countries, but it's initially found in Peru, where it's co-claimed by the Coca-Cola Company and the Lindley family. The Coca-Cola Company possesses the Inca Cola brand name in each nation aside from Peru, however it has not been successful outside of the nation. Most foreigners have depicted the beverage as something near bubblegum or cream soda. It's something of a procured taste, as it is sweet. The extreme yellow tone doesn't help in worldwide deals because of the undeniable correlation with another liquid. It's something everybody ought to in any event attempt when visiting Peru. Inca Cola is broadly connected with Peruvian enthusiasm, as the beverage has become something of a public image for the nation. It is delighted in during the time at any meal and whatsoever sorts of occasions. It is best served cold, and it may be found on Amazon and other online retailers too. There's a reason Peruvian ponchos are so highly regarded, and expensive. Peruvian poncho which is in a store, it's not the real except it is made by the Andean individuals of Peru. It's real deal when it lasts a lifetime and cost an arm and a leg, which is justified, given what goes into making them. Peruvian ponchos are produced using alpaca fleece, and they take between 500 and 600 hours to make only one. The entire cycle can take up to a half year to turn, color, and weave a single poncho. In Peru, poncho is frequently given to somebody when they become a grown-up, and it can endure forever whenever dealt with appropriately. The Peruvian public have been weaving ponchos for a number of years, making the training one of the world's most established continuous material customs. It was first found in Paracas, a pre-Inca culture in the area south of Lima. Ponchos were worn to show status during the time, as materials indicated significance and wealth. Peruvian ponchos are profoundly respected around the world, as it holds its shading, is impervious to tidy and is non-combustible. Alpaca wool comes in 22 tones, however ponchos are frequently colored with splendid tones, making them striking and wonderful pieces of clothing. Machu Picchu. Peru is filled with intriguing pre-Columbian sites, however the one that draws the most consideration overall is Machu Picchu. The 15th century Inca fortification sits on a 7,970 feet, 2,430 in meters, mountain edge and flaunts great ruins. The site wasn't known to the world until it was brought to global consideration in 1911 by American historian Hiram Bingham. Machu Picchu is outstanding for its great engineering, which is in the classic Inca style, comprising of clean dry stone dividers. Machu Picchu highlights three essential structures, including the Intihuatana, the Temple of the Sun, and the Room of the Three Windows. It was assigned a Peruvian Historic Sanctuary in 1981, and after 2 years, an UNESCO World Heritage Site. Several remote structures have been re-established to their unique appearance to more readily show them as they initially shown up. Just about 30% of the site was re-established by 1976, however rebuilding endeavors continue. The site was likely developed as an estate for the Inca Emperor Pachacuti around 1450 AD. When of the Spanish victory a century later, the site was deserted. It known locally however obscure to the remainder of the world for almost 400 years and has since been declared one of the new 7 wonders of the world. More than 5,000 individuals visit the site each day. And those are the most fascinating facts about Peru. Thanks for watching. And subscribe for more interesting videos. Stay tuned.